everybody. Thank you for coming out today. I have a little speech prepared. I was only 8 years old when the towers fell. I remember the panicked look on my teacher's face, being sent home from school early, and watching fear and bloodlust spread through our culture. As I grew up, I questioned why we attacked Iraq. I watched the war on terror slowly erode our civil liberties at home. I protested the bombing of Libya, a once prosperous country completely destroyed. I protested the invasion of Syria, military operations across Africa, and the ongoing genocide in Yemen. Out of confusion and anger, I threw myself into the subject. Decades of research and reading, some of which was authored by individuals who will be speaking here today, and it led me towards a deeper truth. For it is not just the wars, the bombs, the troops, drones, tanks, and warships that make up these crimes against humanity. Those are obvious. You can see them, you can touch them, they can be counted and measured, and occasionally the media will even acknowledge their existence. It's what goes unmentioned that matters the most. We don't discuss the countless black operations across the world, the assassinations, the funding and creating of terror organizations, manipulations of government and proxy wars that create the environment of justice, environment of hatred, violence that justified these wars and will justify future wars. We don't discuss the economic warfare, sanctions that do nothing more than starve the poor, aid programs that prop up warlords and puppet regimes, predatory loans and state-sponsored corporate warfare that capture the wealth of nations. We ignore the environmental destruction. 900 Superfund sites, defined as a location that's almost impossible to rehabilitate, are directly contributed to the U.S. military. 59 million tons of CO2, 750,000 tons of toxic waste, soil polluted with depleted uranium, air filled with burning oil, and rivers choked with diesel. And don't you dare mention the traitors, the individuals who had the audacity to expose these crimes, the leakers, the whistleblowers, and the journalists who dared to ask the hard questions. Their lives are now ruined, slandered with labels such as traitor, spy, and thief, locked in jail cells for years, all charged with the exclusive crime of exposing crime. I am now 28 years old, and none of these wars have ended. We have in fact expanded them. New theaters, new villains, a never-ending cast, and with no concrete strategy or objective or conclusion in sight. This madness must end. This is a call for unity across all political ideologies, across all of our differences and divisions, to realize the horrors of these wars and bring them to their conclusion. To the environmentalists who are sick of watching the military-industrial complex burn our world, stand up and be heard. To the conservatives who are sick of watching our economy be dragged into the dirt for an empire that no one asked for, stand up and be heard. To the liberty-minded who are sick of watching our civil liberties be crushed and sapped away, all for a war on terror that's done nothing to save us, stand up and be heard. To the progressives who are sick of watching Americans struggle and starve while being told there's nothing we can do, all while we spend trillions of dollars on war. To the leftists who are sick of watching cultures and nations around the world be placed under the boot of empire, their resources stolen, their sovereignty crushed, stand up and be heard. To the veterans and active duty military who are sick of being told to fight and die for wars of profit and deceit, stand up and be heard. I believe the only path forward is unity. What we face is an institution with decades of propaganda, near limitless resources, the support of multi-million-dollar companies, and legions of bought and paid for policymakers. Alone we are isolated, we are marginalized, but together, hand in hand, we can send a message that cannot be silenced, cannot be jailed, cannot be divided, and cannot be ignored. End the damn wars!
Yeah!